Hey, this is Tim Pierce. I'm going to break down this drop D riff and the solo. Click the link below if you want to check out the full version of this in the masterclass with the tabs and the jam track, and also some variations like these. For this, I tune the low E down to D. Let's get started. The first thing I do is I strum the bottom 3 strings 4 times. And I aim just for those. And then I strike with my second finger at fret 12. Those same 3 strings. And I strike the open strings once. So that's the first move. And then very quickly, take my index finger at fret 7, bar straight across, bottom 3 strings again. Strike it twice, reach up with the little finger to fret 10, strike it once. Really slow. Time. Slide down, strike, and then 7 to 10. Take the index finger all the way down to 3 and strike there. And the third finger at 5. Put all that together. And there we have the first cycle. The second cycle is exactly the same, it just has a different end. And that's a fun one. You could use any finger for that. I take my second finger, and you could just strike the single string if you want, the low E string. Or you can blend in some of these strings for a little bit of grunge. Actually, I like the sound of just blending in the A string. Let's put these two together. And that's the other variation. I just take my second finger on fret 3 and I slide up to 5 and back down to 3. So let's look at the right hand. For the most part, I'm staying true to my concept of keeping the pendulum of a clock going. Let me do it slow. Now I might rest on that last little turn right there. Kind of let the hand rest and then start again. I'll do it at speed. So the idea, as usual, is to keep this thing moving in a steady way, up and down, and just grab the stuff you want and just grab air when you don't want to actually grab a note. And then you get this steady flow and this very constant kind of reliable rhythm going. See how I'm grabbing air some of the time? And you can even keep it going through that last thing, but I'm comfortable enough just to let my hand rest. I'll let it stop for a second and then pick it back up with this constant up and down. So for this solo, I have quite a bit of gain on the guitar, and I have it in the middle position right here, so it's kind of creamy. And here's D minor, and here's D minor here. I spent a lot of time hovering around this D minor pentatonic zone, but I start the solo up here above this D minor here. The same one that's down here, just an octave up. And I pull with a unison bend here at 15 to match the pitch at 17, but really matching the pitch here, the index finger at 12, string 1. So I do that unison bend, and I use the second string to push up, the second finger to push also. So I get strength and I vibrato it. So I'm opening the solo with an unusual interval. I'm doing the ninth. So next I shift to just straight pentatonic. And I'm up here, positioned here with the index finger at 13 to 15. And then I slide down with the second finger from 14 to 12. Really quick. And that sets me up for a new hand position. Stretch down a bit. And do 10, 12, 10. Slowly. So the crucial thing here is to slide down and change hand positions. And then it's a stretch. Try and do it smooth. And really quickly slide down. And get you back into the stream. Now we do odd notes. So we're set up here, and I do this tritone, which is the sixth interval. Most of the action happens here on the B string. So here's the heart of it. We got 12, 10, 9, 10, 9. And then we toggle down and back. 12 over to 9. Let's hear them together. Yep. Slow. Again. And this piece, hammer on, pull off there. And it's the diminished fifth, another tritone. But against the D minor. So now that I've played with the flat 5 interval here, I do it an octave lower and actually finish the phrase with it. So this is 10 to 12, and then 10 to 11 on the 5th string. It just sounds really cool against this kind of simple D minor rock riff. I don't stay there long. Do a big scoop like that, and all that is taking my third finger on the low 3 string and a big slide. And then I go into Hendrixisms. Let's hear this next phrase. Yeah. What this is I slide up with my third finger, D minor pentatonic. I think we're comfortable with that right here. This big slide, and because I have lots of distortion, lots of gain, it's easy to slide up and make it sound huge. And it's a Hendrixy kind of blast. So we've got 12, 10, 12, 10, pull up at 12 to match the pitch at 14, drop down, and then 10, 12. It happens really fast. So to put all this together, you have, and then very quickly, one more time, slow. And then the big slide is just noise. Don't really have to aim for anything. Fun to do. And then start again down here, because I'm up and back, my hand's down here, slide up on the A string. D minor pentatonic, once again, 12, 10, 12, 10, pull to match the pitch at 14, drop down, 10, 12, landing on a solid chord tone. So the next phrase is a reprise of the one I just did. It just lands on a different note, an octave above. So we had, do the same thing again, slide up in the same way, big slide on the A string. End it by pulling the B string at 13 to match the pitch at 15. And vibrato. So this happens fast. And then the third time, I do the same thing, but I end it a little differently. When I pull up the third string here from 12, I roll my index finger across the B string and the E string at fret 10, and do one of my favorite phrases. You know, that's a big part of my DNA when I solo this. I do it a lot. So let me review what we have so far. That's phrase 1. Here's phrase 2. Just a different ending note, and I'm pulling up with all 3 fingers to get strength on this. These 2 fingers are behind, pulling up on the string, so it makes it easy. And the third phrase starts the same way. After I pull there, I roll my index finger across the top 2 strings. Connect the notes. And then I do a big pull here at 13 to match the pitch at 15, basically. It's a little sharp. I go above 15. It's kind of random. And I might blend in the string that gets tucked underneath, but in this particular situation, it was one note. And when I drop, I blend in the B string also, so you get this nice dissonance. The 2 strings rubbing together being vibratoed. And you could strike it so that the 2 strings are at the first strike. That's good too, but it just popped out where I hit 1 note. That's 2. 1 note. And landed by capturing both strings under the flesh from the finger. And you know, it could be 3 strings. You could pull with 3 strings and land on 1. I kind of did the opposite of that. I pulled on 1 and then struck 2 when I landed. And when you pull, it can be a little sharp. So let me review all 3 of these phrases. See how I picked up 2 strings when I landed? One more time, slow. So this last phrase is very similar in its approach in that I'm sliding up with my third finger. It's just now I slide way up high on the neck. It's this D minor position up here, an octave above this one. So the third finger is actually aiming for fret 19. And I try and be accurate and land on that note as I slide up. That's the key with these. When you slide up to start this phrase, try and make your landing accurate. And if you want to practice it slow, it'll help you get it up to speed. Just do that, and eventually you'll be able to do it fast. So what this is, I slide up on the fourth string now, same third finger, and I walk up. So we have 19, 17, 19, 17, 18, 20, 17, 20 again, and then pull up to match the pitch at this very last fret here, 22. Do it slowly. And it's pentatonic except for this ninth thrown in. And then this last note, you want to use all three fingers to pull up to give you the strength to get it up to pitch. The pitch to be accurate and match that note. One more time, slow. Sliding up. 19.